Welcome back, guys, to episode 6 of the Rabbit Hole Show. It's Charles here, along with KC.
Hello.
I hope everyone's had a good weekend and had a good last week. So sorry we didn't get anything out last week, but had a busy weekend with a wedding of a good friend and roommate, or past roommate, of 10 years almost. So congratulations to David and Bella. They're on their honeymoon right now, enjoying that. So yeah, it was a great weekend with them, celebrating, I guess, a new family beginning. And it was fun. Also, a little sad at times, just thinking about all the people that I've lost along the way that won't be able to be at my wedding whenever that is. And yeah, but want to recap episode 5 and talked about waking up off life support when suicide. I couldn't do that, turning to putting myself in aggressive situations to where someone would end up potentially killing me, but God was protecting me and didn't allow that to happen. And I now know why, and I'm blessed that I'm still here and able to share my story. Yeah, so one thing that I've been thinking about and want to share, I talked about the note, the letter that I wrote to my mom while I was in the rehab, the ranch in Tennessee, and want to read that to you guys. It's titled Phone Calls, and I wrote it on February 26th. So here goes. It's titled Phone Calls. Ring, ring. Hello? Hey, it's me again. Is he okay? We need you to come identify the body. Why? What happened? No. I've been fearing this call. He didn't even make it to 30 years old. Dialing, and then my phone number. Ring, ring. Hey, it's Charles. Sorry, couldn't come to the phone right now. Leave a message at the beep, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day. Hi, it's your mom. Just got a call to come identify your body and can't believe this day I feared has actually come. I pray this is a dream and I wake up from this nightmare. Why are you gone? What happened? What could I have done? I can't handle this. I can't handle this pain and didn't know you had all this pain and suffering. Why couldn't you talk to me? Where did I go wrong? I can't hold you and touch you anymore. No more hugs or kisses. I don't have to dread the phone call I just got. No mother should have to go through this. So many calls I got from hospitals, cops, jails. This call I hope I can recover from. But you're my firstborn, oldest leader, and now you're gone. I don't get to have tears of joy when you find the girl to marry and walk down the aisle. Be there to hold your firstborn. Why couldn't I outlive you? What could I have done differently? Why did I have to get this call I've been dreading? This shouldn't happen to a mother. Just know you're loved and you are the best son a mom could ask for. Rest in peace and I'll see you in heaven. Just know you weren't a burden and it was a joy to be your mother. Beep, and the phone clicks. Yeah, so I wrote that February 26th and then got out of that rehab not too long later. And then an incident happened that I've mentioned and had to stay in Tennessee for a little while longer. And God was with me every step of the way. And I really had to accept him and begin to trust, because that's all I could do in that situation. And I made it to my 30th and gave that to my mom a week, I believe, or so prior to me going on life support and dying. And just the impact that I had while writing that letter on myself. But I didn't want to give it to my mom. And then I decided to, and then the inevitable happened, and that letter became true. And I can't wish that upon any mother or any father. Yeah. It's just a lot to sink in, because what I predicted on a letter or a poem actually happened, and I called my fate. And yeah. As I was driving home tonight, there was a song playing, and I want to play that for you guys. Should have silenced the phone. It's called The Father's House by Cory Asbury. So I'm going to play a little bit of this song, but it just spoke to me I was listening to it on the radio, so here you go.
Sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. It looks to me like weakness is a canvas for your strength. And my story isn't over, my story's just begun. And failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Come on, say failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Ooh, just lay your burdens down. Ooh, and here in the Father's house, check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Say arrival's not the end, and arrival's not the end game. The journey's where you are. And you never wanted perfect, you just wanted my heart. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. And failure's never final when the Father's in the room. I said, failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, yeah, you're in the Father's house.
All right, again, so...
Good song.
Yeah, good song. I literally had two other songs I was going to play and just heard that song as I was 2 minutes from the house.
Yeah, like that was it.
I was like, this song, that's the song I want to play this week.
And just for reference, I might edit this out later. I mean, we're air drumming.
Oh, we were jamming out to this song. We were jamming.
This on your phone.
And that's how it was in the car. And prior to everything that's happened, you know, the last 6 months, 8 months, I wouldn't have been jamming out to 91.9 in the car.
What is 91.9 for reference?
It's a Christian radio station. But yeah, that song played and just spoke to me. And I like, because songs speak to me, and I think they speak to a lot of people.
Music therapy is a big part.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I guess the second place I went to was Hopeway here in Charlotte, and they had music therapy. They had all types of different cooking therapy, everything, and the music therapy was really soothing because you can hear a story being told, and then the beat, and yeah, it helped a lot. And that song, The Father's House, just spoke to me because, I mean, I was filled with shame. And, I hid it because I didn't want people to know how dark I was, and baggage I was carrying around. And, yeah, so every time something happened, I just stuffed it down and acted like I was Gucci, you know, when in reality I wasn't. And until I started accepting the fact that people actually did care and wanted to help me and that I could trust them, and especially Dr. Dodd, who I've been seeing again 4 or 5 years, and started speaking about my struggles and trauma and fears. And that segue into something I want to speak about in a minute, because I'm sure a lot of y'all don't know, but I have several tattoos, and I think 6 or 7 and counting right now. But I want to talk about the first tattoo that I got, and it's on my left wrist. And again, I never wanted to get tattoos. I didn't, you know. And then 2015, I needed a reminder, and my mom and girl I was dating at the time said, why don't you just get a bracelet? And I said, I'm not going to wear a bracelet. And I'd gotten the tattoo already, but it's on my left wrist, and it's one day at a time. And that's because I was always worried about my past and how my past was going to affect my future, and I wasn't enjoying the moment and being in the moment and being present. And I got that tattoo in 2015. And hell, I haven't lived one day at a time while having this tattoo the entire time. And it took until these two very big wake-up calls for me to understand one day at a time. And I mean, I looked down at my wrist several times throughout the day because it's just so powerful to me, just remembering I don't have the next second. I thought I did earlier and died. I don't have the next second. You don't have the next second. We're not promised that. And you can't change the past, so what's worrying about the past going to do? You can only control the here and now, and the here and now is going to direct you the path you're going in the future. And I was always living worried about the past and how dark it was, that my life just stayed dark until my world was shaken to basically be my rock, or not basically, it was my rock bottom. And now I'm catching myself, like earlier yesterday at the Panthers game. I'm very competitive, and there was a Falcons fan yesterday, and he was sitting in the Panthers section. I don't like the Falcons. I don't think most people do, and with how the Panthers are playing, we're already on an edge of our seat. So
you're already angry.
Yeah, I'm already tense, and I got to keep myself in check. And I didn't have to. My mom texted me and said, I'm not having fun, and put me in check basically at the Panthers game. And I mean, there was no reason for me to get over aggressive at a game. And, but just remembering those, and I'd had anxiety yesterday and, continued. And when I was laying in bed last night, I was like, where's this anxiety coming from? And instead of just being in the moment and having the anxiety, I tried to figure out where it was coming from and how to calm it down, and realize I just hadn't gotten a lot of sleep this weekend. And due to the wedding, which was a great time, a great celebration, and glad to be a part of it. Because David means a lot to me. He's been with me through most everything that I've been through since 2012 and prior in college, but I wouldn't have missed it. And I was in another great buddy's wedding a few days after I got off life support. They pulled me out of the wedding and then put me back in with my good buddy Haynes and Sally, his wife. They've been married 6-8 months now, so shout out and congrats to them. But I mean, I got off life support and got out of the hospital on a Wednesday, and Friday night was Friday night. I was at their rehearsal dinner and the wedding Saturday, and I wouldn't have missed it. And
was the food good?
Oh, it was amazing. The Lucases always have a good time. But yeah, just you don't know what's going to happen the next second. I mean, everything was hunky-dory. I was playing golf, going to be in a wedding that following weekend, and next thing I know, I'm waking up off life support to, a room filled with people, and I'm not knowing what happened. It was just a fun weekend celebrating life this past weekend. And I mean, it was a great weekend with Haynes and Sally, their wedding 6-8 months ago. But it just makes me more appreciative of life, knowing I could not be here. And I have amazing friends, great support group. So we got Christmas around the corner. I still haven't done my shopping, but I know for me, as I said in the last episode, just patience is big, and we're all struggling with different things. So just remember to be kind and
be patient in the lines.
Yeah.
For shipping delays.
Yeah, I mean, it's the holidays. Like, no need to take frustration out on someone that it's out of their control. And
even if they are a Falcons fan.
Even if they are a Falcons fan. I apologize to whoever that guy was, but he was sitting in the Panthers section and we were playing the Falcons, but it's still uncalled for. I was stressed, anxiety, and my emotion. Was he mouthing off, though? He was mouthing off, but still, I don't need to. Because my mom said you need to represent yourself.
And the Panthers.
The Panthers, the podcast, and just who I am now. And I mean, it did hurt the pride a little bit, but I was like, she's right. I need, the old me would have ruined the rest of my day and probably not talked to her for a week, but she was right. So, well, guys, thanks for listening to episode 6. I'll put the song by Cory, Asbury, The Father's House, up. And yeah, just hope everyone has a good rest of the week. Stay tuned for episode 7, and we'll see y'all soon. All right, Charles out.
Casey out.